What's going on, everybody? Jared, RedRacer video. Thanks for joining me today. Carbon fiber body parts. They're expensive. I know a lot of people are reluctant to buy them, a lot like I was, and so I wanted to bring a video to you guys today about just how nice some of those parts can be. Are they worth the investment? Should you spend your hard-earned money on them? We're going to get into that right now.
Haven't seen me for a while, but you know very well I'm doing very well, My life a little wild. You wouldn't know until you blew it. Now you gotta ask me how I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic.
All right, before we get too deep into it, I got to get my YouTube stuff out of the way. If you haven't already, if you like the content while you watch this video, please hit that like on the bottom left of the screen. And also, if you like the content, hit the subscribe button. Please, I want to see you guys coming back. This channel is all about late model GM stuff. It is being showcased via my 2016 1SS Camaro Lohla right here. GDP Motorsports is who does all my work. I'm very fortunate to have that relationship. Love those guys. So if that's what you're into, subscribe, like, please do all that stuff now if you want. That'd be great. But now that it's out of the way, let's get into it. My 2016 1SS Camaro Lohla, and like I said, today's video is going to be all about Anderson Composites carbon fiber body parts. We do have the trunk as well as the hood. The trunk lid is one piece, and it has kind of like the duckbill spoiler effect on it, but if you look at it from the side profile, kind of gives it that aggressive look, but you don't have a big spoiler. It's all one piece, pretty smooth. I've been honestly really impressed with it. I went into carbon fiber body parts pretty reluctant. I have seen, and in fairness, I only saw carbon fiber stuff on a lot of Civics and stuff like that that are local here. There are some really nice Civics around here, don't get me wrong. There are some cars that are built right and done correctly. I'm not saying that none of the Civic owners do their cars right, but prior to having any experience with Anderson Composites and their parts, I kind of had a stigma in my mind that carbon fiber body parts in most cases were kind of just janky and they didn't fit good, and seen a lot of them were just, they're not really smooth, and I don't know. I wasn't super excited about it at first, wasn't really sure it was going to be my thing. I do think it changes the look of the car quite a bit. I have noticed on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube, the engagement seems to be a lot better with the trunk and the hood on the car. People seem to really take it more seriously than they did before. I mean, the car is really, well, it is a little more legit now because we've done suspension work, but you know, performance-wise, the car had nothing new aside from a carbon fiber trunk and a carbon fiber hood, and it was just night and day how much more attention the car was getting, how much more comments and likes and things like that the car was getting. And for what I do, you know, I don't build this car for what people think. I could honestly care less what people think personally, but on a business level and for what I'm trying to do, and with the car being the branding tool for the company and things, that is important, and that has been better. So without further ado, we'll flip the camera around here and we'll get into kind of my thoughts and opinions, show the craftsmanship, things like that. All right, so first things first, we'll go hood. Since we're already at the front of the car, start from the front, work our way back. No, that is not how the hood fits. I have already popped it. When it is closed, it fits very, very well. You'll be able to see here just in the picture, I mean, the carbon fiber finish work is very, very nice, very smooth. I have seen a couple of very, very small waves in it here and there, but I mean, I've got to look real hard to find them. It is smooth, it is great, the finish is good. Very small swirling on the surface of it. It's clear coat. I don't know how well these reflect or what most other people's products are like, but it's not been so bad enough that I felt the need to take an orbital buffer or anything to it. So, I mean, the finish work is great. Again, no waves, body lines are good, fitment is excellent. Top right corner over here, there is a very, very, very slight raise right about there when it's closed. And again, this is pop 2 that I can show you the inside of the trunk, but I mean, I'd be nitpicking if I tried to tell you that, you know, I had problems with the fitment, because it's been excellent. We only used one strut on the hood and on the trunk, so you'll want to pull one of those off probably. Anderson, I think, actually recommends you don't use any struts on them, but in our experience and from what we can tell, it doesn't seem to be pushing up on that super duper hard, so we just kind of left it there. So hood though, if you look, that little nick, that's not their fault, that's my fault. This hood came off of Jordan's car, Evil, in their 6th gen, so it's been used a little bit. A couple little things here and there, but I mean, the quality on it, if you look underneath, it's a one-piece hood. You know, it's all molded together. Not even on the edge of the car here, not even on the body line, not even where the seam is, or where there would be a seam, do you see anything. You know, there's a little seam here. You can see, where's it at? There you go, a little bit right there. I don't know if you see that, but even there, you know, finish work super smooth. You'd have to really stare at it to try and see it. Just a nice piece. I mean, the trunk has been just as good, and I'll show you that here. But again, one strut is all we've used. They do recommend you run hood pins. We are not. I should be, and we will be here soon. When it comes back in for turbos, we'll put some hood pins on. But if you guys are looking at the Anderson Composites stuff, they do have a couple of different styles of hood. This one is kind of similar to the ZL1. They do have like a ZL1 replica hood that's carbon fiber. This one sits a little taller. For those of you wondering, yes, it is in your view a little bit as you drive. I just raised my seat up like 1 inch to compensate for it so that I could see over it, and it hasn't really been a bother. In parking lots and in tight driving spaces, there's been a couple of times where I've kind of had to look over it and it's been a little bit bothersome, but overall, I think that, you know, the look you get with that swell is worth, you know, that little bit of visibility you give up, even though your visibility is, you know, not super awesome to Camaro anyway. Trunk, I decided not to put my badge back on. We thought about that a little bit. I do have the black bow tie, but we left it off. Quality is amazing. We've got the ZL1 1LE brake light in it, so it all kind of looks uniformly black, but bottom side of that trunk is beautiful. I like the trunk, honestly, more than the hood, the way it's set up. Just looking in it, though, and it's beautiful. You don't see seams. You don't see anything. It's all one piece. Look at that seam. Look where it comes around the front. There's nothing. I mean, this is truly, I mean, I managed body shops for a number of years, and this is remarkable. This is really a nice piece. I'm very impressed. Anderson Composites, hats off to you guys. You guys did a good job. Quality is good. It's a solid piece. Again, we only used one strut in the back with two struts. The struts are only on the bracket, so it's not like it's hard for the trunk. It's not going to hurt the trunk. But I mean, it was like wrestling that trunk down, because there was no weight of the trunk to help push the struts down, and you really had to wrench on that thing, so we ended up using just the one. But giving her a couple looks here, just a couple of the angles, a little bit of the seams. Really good piece. I'd recommend you guys doing them. We did save quite a bit of weight on the trunk. The hood, you do save quite a bit of weight on the hood still. However, your hood is fairly light. I carried my hood down in the basement of my house. It's where I'm storing my stuff, and it wasn't that heavy. It didn't feel like you saved a ton of weight on that piece. The trunk, though, you feel like you save a ton on. So I do know you save weight on the hood. Not a substantial amount, but it is going to save you weight. Sorry, I don't know how much. I'll probably get it in the description in the comments or something here at some point, but you do save weight for sure on the trunk and the hood. Carbon, they've got doors for them now. They've got roof panels for them. I mean, you can do everything carbon fiber if you want, but those are the pieces we decided to do. Anderson Composites, check them out if you haven't. jdpmotorsports.com, link in the description if you guys want to buy these parts. Good people. These guys are out here racing these things. They're not just building magazine show cars, they are building race cars, and they go out and race them, and they know how to do it right. So, by the way, look at this thing. Woo! That's how we do it over here, GM only. All right, everybody, I appreciate you watching. So thanks for riding with me. www.jdpmotorsports.com if you guys are interested in any 6th gen Camaro or any basically late model GM performance. You look over my shoulder, got some Cadillacs in there. We got a wagon in the back, CTSV wagon, getting a bunch of work on it. So anything late model GM, give JDP a shout. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, please. And thanks again, guys. Jared, RedRacer video. Catch you on the next one.
Ask me, I'm doing on fire.